G'day everyone, I'm here with Steve Cybulka and this is part 3 of my video blog. Steve, tell us about your journey and how you got into your art.
Well, I started my working life as a builder. I did that for about 10 years. I'd always done some painting and drawing over that time and sort of had a couple small exhibitions but nothing serious. And then about 10 years into it I started having some problems with my back. Ended up with 3 torn discs and it's basically had a couple months where I was sort of struggling to walk around. So over that time sort of had a lot of time to think, but then it's obvious that I couldn't sort of go on still doing the physical work. So at that time as well, sort of had like relationship breakdown, a lot of things sort of thrown up in the air.
Yeah.
So I went overseas and came back and decided to enroll in art school. And just sort of, I think I was 27 at the time. So yeah, sort of like if I didn't give it a crack then, I might not ever. So
Yeah.
didn't want to look back and have any sort of regret. So I went in thinking I'd do painting and drawing, and in the first year of the bachelor course I did AC Arts at Light Square.
Yep.
Do a subject of every sort of discipline, so sculpture, photography, printmaking. And yeah, went to sculpture class and it was kind of like the first class was, you know, this is how you use a saw, this is a drill, and I sort of had that already covered.
So like woodworking 101.
Yeah. So I sort of went into it because I thought I'd get a good mark, but then the more I did it, I started to fall in love with it, and all the same thing I got through painting and drawing just went into the 3D realm.
Yeah.
And all those skills from building, like just being able to sight things as level and understanding space, and as well as the practical side of it, tools and materials and things like that. Sort of, I've already had all that in sort of on the back catalogue of experience. So it's like I didn't have to think too much about how to make things. I could just come up with concepts and start to develop it.
Yeah.
So from then I went and did honours at UniSA. So I graduated 2015. I finished first class honours. Technically I only graduated last year because I forgot to take a library book back. It's 2 years still. But in that time I won a residency with Sala in the Adelaide Festival Centre.
Yep.
And that worked out to having to work instead behind.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and that's they were supposed to be up for Sala, but ended up keeping it. So I've got a permanent work there, and also while I was doing honours, won a commission with the Adelaide City Council to develop some work at Ergo Apartments on Sturt Street.
So how do you win a commission? Like, is it like a public tender? Like, do they just put out a tender to all the artists?
Well, for the way it sort of standard works is that, especially with Adelaide City Councils, they'll put out an expression of interest.
Yep.
So you sort of basically put your qualifications in, and sometimes they ask for maybe how you would tackle responding to the brief and things like that, but a lot of times it's just send in, and they'll normally shortlist 3 people or 3 companies or organisations or groups.
Yep.
And then you'll get some funding to develop your concept, and then they'll give you a certain period of time, you come in and they give you a presentation and they select the one they want, basically. So it was the first one I'd sort of been involved in. I was lucky enough to win that, and for me at the time, still studying, it was a significant budget. So yeah, that's basically, yeah, it's been a really good thing because it's got 2 sort of permanent works here in Adelaide to sort of promote and build upon.
Yeah.
The other side of it, without those building skills, it would have been very difficult, especially with Ergo, because we were working in with the construction side of the apartments, like basically developing the sculpture at the same time. It wasn't something that came in sort of after, so that all played into it being.
And where do you get all the stuff to build all the, like obviously these things behind us are made from wood.
Yeah.
So where do you just go ask a hardware store for some?
Bunnings.
Just go to Bunnings? Or like the concrete at Ergo?
These were just sourced from a couple of different timber suppliers.
Yeah.
But this is more of a generic material,
Yeah.
whereas Ergo was made with, we've got some the sand, trying to get everything all locally sourced from Mount Compass. Some clean wash sand from there, and then cement from Brighton. And some of the work I'm building upon at the moment is some reclaimed timber from different sources around SA.
Yeah.
So,
And then you've gone to Sydney. You've done some work in Sydney as well.
So after my honours, each year the Museum of Contemporary Art in Sydney has an exhibition called Primavera, which is basically under 35 artists from Australia. So each year they'll have a different curator each year, but they'll pick maybe like 6 or 7 different artists and have an exhibition around the concept or a theme. So I was lucky enough to get interviewed for that and asked to come on board to produce a sculpture.
Yeah, nice.
So at the time I didn't actually know what Primavera was.
It
so
sounds like a pasta.
Yeah. So I sort of went in for the interview, and then a friend of mine was at the Experimental Art Foundation, or the old Experimental Art Foundation, and he was going, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And he was like, "Oh, just done this interview for this Primavera thing. I'm not really." He goes, "Do you know if that is?" And I'm like, "No." So it was a really good opportunity, and again, a significant budget and significant scope to produce a large work.
And is it still there?
This one was only for the 3-month exhibition.
So then do they just come in and tear it down or something?
Yeah. But it was probably the first time I haven't had to be as hands-on and have a team work with a team.
Oh, nice.
Like that. So good experience.
Yeah. And what's your favourite part of what you do? Is it the start, or is it the finished product when you look at it and you go, it's up?
The favourite part is definitely the developing the work, and just it's not too often I'll sort of go back and sit and stare at work after I've done it. It's more like that initial side, but when things start to come together, even if it's in the studio using a model, you start to playing with the shapes, and that's what really keeps me going. Because you have little things along the way, and sometimes it'll click, and there'll be little accidents that push you in a different direction. And it's really just like that sort of process of, often it's me like this, I'm working nights to sort of put it together, and sort of just you alone with the work and sort of working through it. That's what really sort of stimulates me.
Tell me something that people would be surprised to know about you that they don't know.
I have a therapeutic essential oil business.
Really?
Yes.
I know you used to play. I know you used to play footy and all of that, but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's that called?
I work with a company called Young Living Essential Oils.
Yeah.
So I was found through my back injury, I started to look at a lot of different alternative therapies, and along with Pilates and yoga and all those sorts of things.
Okay. We'll get that afterwards. And if your life was a movie, what movie would it be?
There's a movie called Art School Confidential, but it's probably not very entertaining to anyone else. Someone who's been at art school.
Okay.
It's probably not. I don't know. It's not one movie.
Who's in that? Do you know who the main actor is?
John Malkovich.
Oh yeah.
He's in it. He's a teacher.
And what? He's the teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are you John? You're not to be John Malkovich.
No, the guy in there does sculpture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do outside of work to switch off?
Drink. I go surfing.
Yeah.
Surfing is a good thing. Although at the moment it's cold. especially around I go to Indonesia a lot to surf, and also from the west coast. We're up on the west coast in South Australia, it's June, so. And you know, like especially surfing around here, like not getting eaten is a good thing to have on your to-do list every now and then. Like puts things in perspective. So.
And what's happening in the next few months for you work-wise?
The next couple of months I'm working on a sculpture for SA Power Networks in front of their building on Anzac Highway. So we're just working through the final designs and start construction on that. There's a couple other commissions working on proposals for. And then hopefully later in the year there's a couple of events here in Adelaide that I'm working on. I can't talk too much about them at the moment. And also been involved in a commission with the South Australian government and West Java government over in Bandung in West Java. So we're working through that to develop a sculpture for November.
Awesome.
Hopefully a few trips over there, and exhibition in Sydney next year. So sort of and a bit of building work and surfing in between.
Yeah, sure. And how important is social media to your art? I mean, do you use it a fair bit?
Well, I think it's a very useful tool. I think if using it the right way with sort of authenticity and integrity can be very good for promoting the artwork. I think it's somewhat underutilised in the art world, but there's probably reasons for that. But I enjoy it as well, and I think it's a good way to definitely get your content out there, and it's to a wider audience that might not necessarily be going to galleries or looking at artist websites or things like that. You can sort of promote it on a larger scale. Like for Facebook, for example, a lot of my friends might not have ever been to an art gallery, people I play footy with or things like that, and then they get to see your art, and that opens up a bit of a door for them to look at other stuff, but also to promote your work.
Yeah, sure. Where can people see your art? Obviously, we're here at the festival.
Yeah, here at Festival Centre or Ergo Apartments is public work. Number 1 Anzac Highway by the end of the year, and then there's my website, which is stevencybulka.com, or my Instagram, Steven Cybulka.
All right, and I'll put the links up on the video, and I'll put it up on Facebook. And if you want to chat to Steve or you want to talk to him about getting some artwork done or commissioning some artwork, hit him up. And look, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.